So we're going to put together today a Phalaenopsis pot into a glass vase with some moss. So this makes for a beautiful arrangement at home and a really great gift as well. So I especially like to have these at home through winter or any time period where flowers might be scarce, or maybe I haven't got time to be changing and arranging flowers as regularly for a particular area or an area of the house. Or we might be going away. So the Phalaenopsis orchids will flower and flower for usually about 3 to 4 months. So it tends to be every quarter when I change mine over, and they really create a beautiful feature. So we've got 2 small pots here that I'm going to use. Oops. One smaller. So they come in these plastic pots. You can leave them in those and put them in, or I have discovered that they much prefer to be taken out of the plastic to allow those roots to grow and expand. So it's actually the roots, this root system here, that captures all of the moisture and the nutrients, and so this is what we really need to be looking after. They don't need any soil, but what they do need is nutrients and moisture. So what's in here is some sphagnum moss, but also some slow release fertilizer as well. So if you're keeping these at home and you're going to have them reflowering time and time again, you do need to add that slow release fertilizer in. So I'm just going to pop that in place there for the moment and get my second pot. This one here. I'll take that out of its plastic. And so all I'm doing at the moment is I'm going to set them in place so I can arrange them and decide where I want them to be. So depending upon the room that they're going to be for, so some I might know that they're going to be viewed from all the way around. So I want some flowers facing one side of the room and other flowers facing another side of the room. If, however, they're going to be against the wall, then I will create quite a different layout, if you like, with them, or a different design, so that they're both flowers are facing out the same direction. Okay, so today's we're going to make it so that it's against a wall. Alright, so now I'm going to take them back out again and get the moss base ready. So the reason for putting them in first on their own is so that I can get the placement right. If I put all the moss in first, then putting them in can really make a mess of it. So I'll do that first, and then I get some of the moss ready. So I just want a very thin layer down the base. Now this is really important if it's going on a glass table as well, that you think about the base that could be seen. It also helps to keep those roots nice and moist as well. That moss is beautiful at the moment. Really good, isn't it, with all the rain we've had. Look at that. Okay, and then we have this beautiful, beautiful moss to be able to line the glass dish with. Before I put moss on the other side, I'll pop this one in first, because this one's taking up the most amount of room. It's the biggest. And there's a few roots in there that have dried out, so I'm just going to cut them out. Push that into place. And then pop my second one in. And put the rest of the moss in. So you can see there. And then I'll just pop another nice little fresh layer of moss over the top. And what the moss is really good at is holding the moisture in. So the best placement in your home or workplace for these, or you can give as instructions when you give them as a gift, is that they're in an area where there's a lot of natural light. So they don't necessarily like direct sunlight, but filtered sunlight. So a really well lit, warm room, they do like. And what they especially like is water spray. So spray plenty of mist and water on them. Now the roots don't necessarily like sitting in pools of water, but they like to be kept very moist. So spraying that moss and keeping it really nice and moist. The other upside to keeping the moss moist is that it will stay nice and green as well, which looks really gorgeous through the clear glass vase. So then you can have that displayed, whether it's kitchen bench, office desk, wherever that may be. You'll get at least 3 to 4 months out of one of these, and in the right environment it will reflower again. So enjoy that. Bye.